The word synod comes from two Greek words. They're combined, and they mean on the road together.
Some of the top concerns in my building at this point are leaks that we really don't know where they are. We think they're around the steeple. My property guy has tried to tar the heck out of it up there, and the leak kind of moves around.
That idea of, can we afford to do ministry, is scary to me.
As the National Vice President of ADLA, one of the challenges we face with social media is getting the communication across, making sure that we have everyone connected and our resources are up to date.
I don't know if there was enough time in seminary to learn the things that are necessary to lead a changing church.
One of the greatest struggles of our schools is enrollment. If we could ensure that a steady stream of students would enter their doors so that they can engage in their mission via their program, that would be immensely helpful.
For me as a pastor, I want the members to vision the future. What is our vision? How we can see ourselves? What is our vision for the next 5-10 years?
When you have deferred maintenance and you push those problems down the road, they don't stay the same size. They actually grow in size and they get to be bigger. And they can, in many ways, hamstring our ability to do outreach and to center ourselves on the gospel of Jesus Christ. Instead, we're focused a lot of our time on either moving buckets to catch water that's coming through a roof or dealing with trying to get that boiler up and running and yet one more time.
A couple years ago at the Synod Assembly, the Council proposed that we consider a strategic plan. It was a lot of discussion, but it was overwhelmingly accepted that we move forward with a specific plan for this Synod moving into the future. A lot of work was done, a plan was put together and proposed and brought to the next assembly. It was overwhelmingly approved, and that set us on our path with this claimed, gathered, and sent strategy. Throughout the following year, more and more people came together to work on this. To my knowledge, over 50 people are working on this right now. This isn't just a program. This is a biblically based understanding of who we are as a synod and as the Church of God.
I'm continually amazed by the commitment of people to be involved in the life of the larger church. Not only their home congregations, but in our synod and in our conferences. Now in the creation of, and next, the implementation of the strategic plan. These people do this out of love for Jesus Christ and out of love for the church. There's no compensation in it. There's great reward in it. And I think that's what they see, how people get involved in the life of the larger church and make an impact, not only on the church, but on the world. The plan is designed to lead us to a greater presence in the public square and working in the world in witness to our love for God.
The Energy Assessment Grant Program that the Synod has now embraced as part of the strategic plan is such a wonderful idea. And congregations should take advantage of this wonderful idea so that they can be free and they can sleep at night and they can focus on what's most important.
If my congregation were to receive one of the Capital Improvement Challenge grants, it would mean so much. It would mean we can do some of these projects right away. It means I don't have to worry about somebody falling in the parking lot and suing us or getting hurt. It means I don't have to worry about bricks falling off and hitting, one of our little kids coming into preschool. It just takes a huge weight off of everybody's shoulders.
I believe we should make sure that our church, its peoples, and its properties are responsibly protected in a way that makes efficient use of our resources so that we can continue to provide God's ministries in times of joy and in times of hardship long into the future. The risk management assessment program will help us to do that.
I'm incredibly excited that the Synod has chosen education as a lens of the Synod strategy. If we think about it, that's our real mission. The children growing from age 2 through age 18 it's a critical time in that faith formation. If we can reach them then through our schools, imagine what we can accomplish.
We all recognize that our pastors are the leaders in our congregations and in our church, and we appreciate and encourage them to continue their educations. We need to recognize that we are all called to be leaders in our church, and that requires us to continue our educations and go beyond the Tuesday night Bible study. These leadership development grants can help people do that and reach educational opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily find in their congregations.
The Metro New York Synod's strategic plan to help congregations with their websites is going to be wonderful because it'll definitely help us get our ministry out in the community and bring people in. I thought the communication seminar was awesome, very informative, and of course you get to network with other brothers and sisters of faith.
A plan is not put together by a consultant who comes in and tells you what to do. A plan is put together by the community to tell itself what it wants to do, what it wants to be. I think that the process of planning builds strength in congregations, and strong congregations do ministry in their communities and do it for a long time.
A few months ago, Pastor Herbst met with the Southwest Queens group and put on the table a pilot program. There were folks that came into all of the churches and took a look at them. We are going to meet and hear about the report on that and then see where we're going. Of course, each congregation gets to decide whether they're totally in on this or not. I'm hoping that this will put a little bit more of a light on where we are and where we need to go.
The journey of Zion Iglesia Luterana has been an amazing one to watch and be a part of. With the money of the sale of their property, they have been able to put that in a fund that will aid their ministry for years to come. They are in the process of creating the Zion Centro Comunitario, the Zion Community Center, which will help them do ministry to Latinos in New York City in ways that they couldn't even imagine before. And it's these grassroots initiatives that are the foundation of the Sowers Grant and what they're aimed to support and help grow.
The church is the assembly of God's people. That means that this day in this place with these people, no matter how many or how few, we are called to be the church together. Then we can get on with the business of doing that. So let's do it.
For such a time as this.
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 Para un momento así.
For such a time as this.
في مثل هذا الوقت.
For such a time as this.